Hey, I was having a bit of a rough go. I was playing after patch 3.1, trying to learn the meta, trying to get up on some stuff before I have some tournament games to go do. Kind of wanted to brush up on any new meta things, and I was playing against Blood Penguin. Now, at this point, I had had kind of a rough night. You've all had it before, where, like, you feel like you're playing really good, but you're kind of getting gypped out of some stuff, and, like, that doesn't mean my opponents were playing poorly. I just mean, like, it's a super close game, and then you get to the late game, and you miss, like, 10 attacks in a row, and your opponent hits every attack, or, like, you surround their lord and cavalry, and they surround your lord and cavalry, and their lord just walks through it like nobody's business, and your lord sits there and dies. Like, we've all had those nights where it just doesn't go your way. This was the tail end of a night not going my way, and I was like, God, I just need a fucking win. So I was playing a matchup I feel like I know pretty decently well. We have Norska versus Ogre Kingdoms. I had received some feedback recently that I should actually cover the armies before they engage, so feel free to leave in the comments if you preferred the more, like, fluid. I just talk about the armies as they're fighting. 5 Gnoblar Trappers. For me, I have 4 Sabertusk packs and 3 Mournfang Cavalry with Iron Fists. I have 2 Sabertusk packs on each flank, 1 Mournfang on each flank, and a Mournfang in the center for some bunker busting to just run through infantry. And we will get to that. We have 5 Ogre Bulls, I think. That looks like 4. 3 with Iron Fist, 1 without. I thought I had a 4th Iron Fist, but I guess I lost track of him. And we have 2 regular Gnoblars on the flanks as well, just because I had the money. We have Slaughtermaster with Troll Guts and Brain Gobbler. Brain Gobbler is a really good spell. 4 Winds of Magic, minus 16 leadership against a low leadership faction like Norska can usually get some pretty key routes. For my opponent, Blood Penguin, he has Marauders and Marauder Champions throughout his front line. He has 3 of these Marauder Hunters with Javelins that do a ton of damage versus Ogres. He has a Shaman Sorcerer of Metal with Plague of Rust and Searing Doom. Throg, the Troll King, with just Fight or Die. And then we have 4 Skinwolves in the backline and some Marauder Spears. So as the ogres move up, I am going to use... I like having 1 cavalry or monstrous cavalry piece in the center of your formation, because then you can force a decision out of your opponent. Either they pull the Skinwolves up to the front line to stop my Mournfangs from the center just going up the middle, or they keep the Skinwolves on the flanks, and it's like, alright, if the Skinwolves are on the flanks, they can test the flank fight. That's annoying for me, cool, but then my Mournfang goes up the middle and harasses and kills all your ranged assets. Or you bring some of these guys into the middle, my flanks are uncontested, or I can vastly outnumber you, and I can run the flanks. So it's just kind of forcing your opponent into a bad decision. And of course, you want to pull away from wherever you're losing. So wherever the Marauders are, I even throw a Brain Gobbler down onto this Marauder to make him route faster, allowing my Ogres through and onto those Marauder Hunters with Javelins. I can't allow them to throw for very long. Other side, other Marauders also break, and my Mournfang Cav goes straight up the middle. And now the flanks have been set. We do have cavalry and Sabertusk packs waiting to pounce. It looks like Skinwolves are being brought into the middle, which will allow me to move freely on the back line and get some rear charges faux free. We love faux free. Skinwolves, my Sabertusk packs, they'll do okay there. This Mournfang Cav is getting its shit kicked in by Marauders with Fight or Die and Throg and Skinwolves with that Plague of Rust. They're going to try to pull out, but they are getting kind of murked. I'll throw a quick Troll Guts onto them to try and keep them alive, at least into the late game, but the flanks are going very, very well for us, as I mentioned. When the Skinwolves got pulled into the middle, that left us pretty open on the flanks to do whatever we pleased. So things are going well so far. Bounce power is about even, but it's rather early in the game for that sort of thing. We have almost routed a second Marauder Hunter. Another Marauder Hunter is already routing, and this third one is available to fire, so I need to shut him down rather quickly. This last Skinwolf is doing its best to keep this area under wraps, but is getting shot by Gnoblar Trappers, poked by basic Gnoblars, fighting Mournfangs. It's just not having a good time, and I have Sabertusks running along the back to keep things agreeable for me. Really nice Searing Doom for my opponent, and a rear charge from Throg is going to bail out that big section, probably route us from Ogre Bulls, but I catch his caster, and yes, now is the time of my vengeance. I will surround a caster with only 30 melee defense by Sabertusk packs, and even my Lord will charge in, and that will be a good time had for me. Hooray, hooray. Slaughtermaster joining in on the fun to kill that Shaman, who we're definitely going to go kill, and there's going to be no problems with that whatsoever. Skinwolves are fighting last in the Mournfang Cav, and the Mournfang Cav does do generally well here with their 100 armor. Skinwolves don't have the best armor piercing, so I do like them for fighting the Skinwolves rather than just Sabertusk packs. Other Mournfang Cav, the more wounded ones I am sending back to just hunt down these Marauder Javelins more reliably than some of the rampaging Sabertusk packs that, like, the infinite rampage bug is still here, so if they start rampaging, I can't tell them what to prioritize anymore. So, thing that got me angry, number one, Shaman Sorcerer not fucking dying while surrounded by better melee combatants. Thing number two is way up here, Ogre Bulls charging over to get these Skin Wolves. Now I want you to understand how fucking close to these Skin Wolves these Ogre Bulls were when they rallied. That is some shit. That is some hot garbage. The Skin Wolves rally, and they're going to kill those Ogre Bulls. Instead of being chased off the map like I intended, they are going to keep healing and kill my Ogre Bulls, and that was some bullshit. And I know there's, like, the balance of power difference, whatever, but, like, both of them were significantly injured, so you'd think that the balance of power difference between them is even enough. But anyway, it's just frustrating when you run something down and it just rallies and kills you instead. Mournfang Cav, one was charging Throg, got nothing done. The other was charging those Marauder Hunters, and now they're just trying to get away from Throg for now. Still trying to snipe the caster. That has been 35 years, and don't worry, he's still about as healthy as we left him, and Throg's going to come bail him out, so I need to leave that area. Elsewhere, Marauder Champions are just holding versus Infinite Nobblers, and that's fine for both parties. Blood Penguin's happy they're holding up all my chaff, and I'm happy they're busy, I guess. Mournfang Cav tried to surround Throg, but they're not going to get that much damage out on him. He has pretty good melee stats, and also that he has support nearby, so we will need to bail out of this fight. The backfield's going very poorly for me after those Skin Wolves rallied. They're just regenning up, and with the Plague of Rust cast, like, so there's Skin Wolves that in my mind shouldn't be back here, because I should have been able to run them off, but they just rallied in front of charging Ogres. And the caster is still alive and healthy, that should be dead, so he's throwing Plague of Rust onto my Mournfang Cav, making them easier for Skin Wolves to kill, and I'm just, like, getting increasingly frustrated at this point. I'm like, okay, things are going kind of to shit. I have a Butcher out onto these Mournfang Cav to keep them healed up. Bounce power's still in my favor. We're still feeling good. We have battlefield control. We have, like, a shit ton of Ogres. We have Mournfang Cav that are getting healed up. My caster is still healthy. We can still do this. It's fine. So my Mournfang Cav are going to start leaving. We still can't kill that Shaman Sorcerer no matter how hard we try. And I have Saber Test Fax also charging into the backs of these little spearmen, trying to get them to rout. Because if they get low enough, I can throw a Brain Gobble on them and just get them to rout. And then Noblars and stuff can chase them off and get all the juicy kills for the Ogre passive. Slaughtermaster catches out the little guy again. 40 melee attack plus charge bonus versus his 30 melee defense. And he misses a couple charge attacks in a row. Mournfang Cav's going to take a charge against the Skin Wolves, and I will put... Nope, he's putting a Plague of Rust onto another Mournfang Cav, so if I had been able to... And you miss again! And you miss again! How have you missed so many charge attacks? Like, physically missed them. This is an RNG. You aren't even connecting with his model. What is wrong with you? Okay, not mad. He gets a charge attack over there, but it looks like he maybe got damage. Not sure. But that Plague of Rust, that is definitely super cool that he's still able to cast while I'm trying to kill him. Killed another Mournfang Cav. So I'm really glad that all the rounds I've gotten out of that Shaman Sorcerer of Metal are working out for me. I'm really glad that punishing that caster who was out of position is going so great for old Hummus Boy. So we're losing a lot of Mournfang Cavs. I throw down a Brain Gobble onto some Skin Wolves to get them a little lower on leadership as they charge in. They're trying to surround my Slaughtermaster, who I'm having difficulties getting out of here. And then I throw down the Massacre Tier 2 army ability to get Terror, just to tear out off these Skin Wolves that are so close to me. I didn't like how close they were to surrounding in my Lord, so the Terror out plus the Brain Gobble does get them out of here. Mournfang Cav catch out this guy, and again, we still have that Terror on from Massacre, so they get him to Terror out at last. I will even throw Troll Guts on my own Lord, just because he's having such a hard time getting out of these Marauder Champions and Marauder Spears. We get a mass Terror out from that Massacre, so that was a really good moment for us. The Spearmen are officially routing, so I can continue to chase them. Skin was coming back, and this is why I fucking love Brain Gobbler. Like, I think it's such a good spell. Skin was coming back. They're going to be a problem for me. Before they can get their charge bonus, or even if they... No, before they get their charge bonus, I just Brain Gobbler. Get rid of them. Goodbye. So Mournfang Cav trying to retreat, trying to run away. We have Marauder Champs routing. We have Marauder Spearmen routing. Bounce power is significantly in our favor. We're doing good. And these Skin Wolves are going to shatter. Great. So my Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw is going to get a rear charge attack onto this Shaman Sorcerer of Metal. With his 54 speed and the enemy's 32, he should easily be able to catch up to him. Took you a little bit, but he got there. Alright. The rest of the battle's going fine. Mournfangs are just chasing down these Marauder Champions. I'm regathering up some of my disparate forces. We have Saber Test chasing off Skin Wolves. My Slaughtermaster misses another charge. Hits that one, but he already knocked him down, so he was already invulnerable before that started because I also heard this is happening to Slaanesh models. Like, the Herald of Slaanesh is doing this a lot, but, like, there is a weird problem of people overcharging and, like, just running past something that they're trying to hit. And this guy keeps fucking knocking him over on the chart. Like he bumps him with his belly, knocks him over, and then swings at nothingness because he's already on the ground and invulnerable. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, I'm throwing the minimum amount of Gnoblars possible at, Fight or Die and Brain Gobbler counteracted each other there. The Slaughtermaster somehow lost the plot, and the Shaman got away from him for a little bit, despite having like half of my Slaughtermaster speed, but he'll get there. He'll figure it out. Ogre Bulls charging back in. We are just trying to route the Marauder Spearman, leave Throg with no support. We are still running down Marauder Champions, getting those free kills. Sabertooth packs are there. Various ogres are rallying for brief amounts of time. My Slaughtermaster is still chasing this fucking guy into the woods. Balance power still in our favor. We're still feeling pretty good. It is just Throg and some very wounded spearmen against the world, after all. I get one more big hit on the Shaman Sorcerer of Metal, and he just shatters. He doesn't even die, and I don't have time to deal with him, so I just call the Slaughtermaster back. But the caster is gone. Marauder Champion's gone. It's officially Throg and some spearmen. Fast forward a bit as we get some Benny healing done. Charge in with the Mournfang Cav, because these guys were unbraced, so I wanted to get that little bit of sweet, sweet damage onto them. Gnoblars coming in the back. We have more ogres rallying. My Slaughtermaster arrives from the woods. Sabertooth pack show up. Another Brain Gobbler onto these guys, getting them down to -7, -12 leadership, routing them off. Now Throg has no support, and I can eat them up for free. Army passive. I love Brain Gobbler. It's such a good spell. Please, please take it. It's so good. It's 4 Winds of Magic. It's 4 Winds of Magic, you guys. Anyway, I do have some Mournfang Cav that is routing, but it has positive leadership, so it'll come back. We're getting a little nervous because we're running out of actual units to fight Throg. We just have Noblar Trappers and some wounded ass Ogre Bulls. Slaughtermaster can come in now. A little bit of fast forwarding as Throg continues to body everybody within sight. Ogre Bulls charge in. Ogre Bulls take a massive shot to the chops from Throg. And we're getting very, very, very concerned. I don't think I have a Troll Guts left at this point. I feel like I would have used it. I've been using all my magic on Brain Gobblers. All of it. More Gnoblars are routing and shattering. I have some Sabertooth packs just sitting on the side waiting to get their vigor back since I don't want to charge them in right now. They'll just get caught on my own ogre models and we won't get anything done. Big charge attack. He throws out a Fight or Die to stay in the battle, but I get a root charge with some Mournfang Cav. I have other Sabertooths come in because I thought those Ogre Bulls that are there were going to rout. And something is happening right now. Ooh, I do have a Troll Guts! Oh, and it goes onto the Ogre Bulls' Iron Fists. Oh, I forgot all the details of this game because last night, and now I'm casting it, so I forgot I had one more Troll Guts for these Iron Fists. Hell yeah, brother. So they're fighting. My Mournfang Cav do shatter and run, or my basic Ogre Bulls also shatter and run, but Throg's getting low. His heal cap's in sight, and his leadership is all I care about. Because when you get below 16 leadership, my precious, you're going to get a Brain Gobbler, and you're going to rout and die like a fucking bitch. So Sabertooths, Ogre Bulls, all surrounding Throg. He is a troll-type character, and his Fight or Die is on cooldown, so I kind of want to get him now before he has Fight or Die back up to give him that leadership buff and to get him nice and low. Alright, we've gotten him. Pretty good charge attack. Here we go. There he is. His leadership is 10. Oh boy, it's time to lose. Whoa, Throg is going to die and lose. 8 leadership. -8 from the thingy. Base value of 70. Look at all those beautiful negatives. Look at all of those beautiful negatives. Look at them all. -8. What? 21, and then 18 while it was paused it changed. Charging? Where did you get charging? Where did you get charging? And even with the 15 charging, what happened to the other stuff? You were like negative whatever you were. What? Charging's only a 15, you're at 18, so that would leave you at +3 even without the charging. What? How did you do that? 24? How is it getting better for you? What the fuck? Now down to 6, 9. But now stuff's starting to rout off. He gets a couple really big hits. It still says he's losing melee combat. He's up to 33 leadership. And now the bounce power's dead even as he smokes my Slaughtermaster several times. And that might be the end of the game. Now, leadership is wildly inconsistent for some stupid reason. when I was watching this with some friends and bemoaning about it several times, I did check the leadership at different points. And at one point it was negative 21. It went to negative 28 with the second tick. And, sorry, 21 into negative 8. And then a different time we watched it was at like negative 30 or something. I don't remember, but it was just wildly inconsistent what was going on with his leadership. And he fucking holds the whole time and actually manages to just win that game. I was pissed. And I messaged Blood Penguin right after it. And we, like, neither of us understood what the fuck happened in that game. So that was kind of my night in a nutshell. That was kind of how the whole night went. It was just a whole bunch of random bullshit. Like, okay, sweet, I caught his caster out, and I did 0 damage to his caster. All right, sweet, I caught his caster out a different time, and my lord missed 3 different charge attacks in a row, like physically just missed the model by knocking him over. Or I actually, if you count the knocking him over thing, I was like 5. Okay, well, I caught his skin wolves running away, and I have a tier 1 ogre ability to slow them down. And they rallied in my fucking face anyway. Okay, so I guess I just get to kill my guys and come back. That's fine. Okay, I got Throg in the late game. We totally got him. We got this 100% Brain Goblin down to negative leadership, so he should rout. No, he's just going to get a charge bonus while standing perfectly still. That's also fine. I guess I'll just lose the game. I guess I'm just a bad player. It was such a fucking depressing night. I just, like, couldn't win a goddamn game. I also had, like, to keep it short, like, I had a different series where it was, like, you know, I was playing a friend of mine, Lenorm, he's a really good Tzeentch player, but, like, he kept landing Kairos and some halberds, and there was this one time, I swear, he landed Kairos Fateweaver without halberds because he was trying to rout my lord. And I surround him with Mournfang cabs. I'm like, we fucking got it. And he walks out of a Mournfang cavalry surround with shields still up. And I'm like, I just want to win a game. It was just one of those nights, man. It happens. And, like, Blood Penguin played great here, right? It's not like, wow, this player played like fucking trash and I still lost. It was just like a bunch of, in my opinion, funny, dumb things that happened throughout the game. So I felt like casting it. I felt like sharing with you maybe some of my comedic rage. I thought you would maybe get a chuckle out of that. So just take it as an entertainment product. Like, Blood Penguin, in general, is a better player than me. Lenorm in general is a better player than me, so, like, losing to them isn't a big deal. It was just funny how I lost these games. So anyway, hovering over the value is not really going to announce their presence. If you really care about Enid's value, you can just pause the video at the point. But yeah, I've let this drag on for long enough, so I hope you all have a wonderful day. Roar!
Subscribe, yes.